Hello everyone, this is HF157 and today's gameplay is of the Battlefield 3 beta. Now I realize that there are a lot of videos of this up already, but you know what? It is the most popular thing in the gaming industry right now, and to be honest, I really do like this game. But let's face it, the gameplay is not the purpose of this video today. Today I'm going to tell you about some local laws that have been passed in my area that have been quite controversial. I don't know what's up with my area right now and passing controversial laws, but it's been happening. Now, one of the laws I'm going to talk about today you've probably heard of on the news, because it's pretty major. But the other two you probably haven't heard of, and they're pretty ridiculous, one of them affecting me majorly. I'm going to talk about the ones you probably haven't heard of first. The first one I'm going to talk about is probably the most ridiculous. The city of Mobile is attempting to pass a law that essentially allows criminals to choose between going to prison or going to church every weekend for a set amount of weeks. I'm not kidding on this one, you could look it up for yourself. First of all, what the heck? If you gave somebody who's supposed to be going to prison the option to go to church, of course they're going to take it. Unless the idea of spending time in a religious ceremony makes them want to claw their eyes out, they're going to pick it. Nah, Bruiser, we know you done killed somebody, so take your pick. You want to spend life in prison or go to church? I mean, for real, guys. And just imagine what it's like for the people who attend that church. They're sending criminals there, and they don't want to be there. They just want to be there versus a prison cell. And for all of you wondering, no, this law has not been passed yet. And here's the sad part of the story. The only real reason it hasn't been passed yet is mainly because people complaining that it conflicts with the Bill of Rights and the idea that it violates separation of church and state. Oh no, pay no attention to everything else is wrong with it. God forbid it's going to violate separation of church and state. And now I'm moving on to the second law I'm going to talk about today. The second law I'm talking about is again passed by the city of Mobile, and it is a teen curfew. This is a permanent curfew, and teens caught after the hours of 11 o'clock p.m. that are 17 and under will be arrested. You heard me right. If you're taking a girlfriend home after a trip to the movies and it's after 11 and a cop pulls you over, you're screwed. Now I do have to mention this because it lets up just a little bit. It changes to midnight on Saturday nights. Now this is extremely infuriating to me and most of the people I know. This is a disaster, and the supposed reason behind this law is because the crimes committed recently have been done by teens. So, the city's solution was to instantly go, okay, everybody gets arrested if they're out after 11. And the city honestly believes this will fix things. Oh no, don't worry, it gets worse. Depending on where you were whenever you were caught, you'll be taken to one of three locations. Either A, a historical building in downtown Mobile. B, a containment center near a public park and residential Mobile. Or C, Strickland Youth Center, the nearby juvenile prison. And you will remain there until a parent or legal guardian comes to pick you up. And if you didn't hear me in the list, one of those locations was in a public park near plenty of residential neighborhoods. Well, that's just fantastic. Criminals are being taken near your kids and near your house. How intelligent! And if you're just an average kid caught at the wrong place and at the wrong time, you could possibly end up at the juvenile prison waiting for your parents to come pick you up. And for the record, yes, this is real, you could look it up, and yes, it has been officially passed. It will be an outstanding ordinance in the city of Mobile. And now for the most major and well-known law that I'm going to be discussing today. The state of Alabama's new immigration law. The new immigration law passed by the state of Alabama entails that anyone at any time could be questioned about their citizenship and must prove their valid citizenship. Also, schools must check the validity of citizenship of all their students. Now, there are multiple other smaller points that I'm not going to touch, but these are the two major ones. But now, because of this new law, the state of Alabama has the strictest laws against immigration in the United States. And the law itself isn't what is so shocking. It is the effects of the law. Literally the day after the law was passed, in Baldwin County, over 150 Latino students did not show up for school. And aside from the kids themselves, literally hundreds of thousands of immigrants in the state of Alabama are leaving the state because of the new immigration law. The worst part of the story is that most of them aren't even illegal immigrants. They just don't understand what the new law entails, and they're leaving. Now, the law itself isn't what makes me mad, it's the reason for passing it that makes me mad. Literally, when questioned about it, the governor stated, that essentially the reason he wanted to pass the law was because Alabama already has one of the lowest immigration rates in the country, and he wanted to keep it that way. Many people are considering this to be an invasion of privacy. You just can't say, hey, you look Latino, let me see your papers. And at the same time, people are saying, well, if you had nothing to hide, why is that a problem? Blah, blah, blah. Basically, this whole thing is just a big mess, and they have no idea what to do about it. So that is basically everything I wanted to talk about today. Since I'm wrapping up this video, I do want to mention that I apologize for not posting any videos lately. It has been probably the better part of a month. I've been very busy with school lately. It's the end of the first quarter, so I've had a lot of papers due. I'm in a robotics program, which essentially keeps me at school for 8 hours a day for 3 days a week. So I do apologize, but you gotta bear with me. So all that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching, remind you to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I leave you with this small child's victory song after we won a match in Battlefield 3.
We won.